Hello, we're doing this tutorial on how we'll be conducting Election Day procedures. First, I want to talk about those who already have an absentee ballot. If you have an absentee ballot in hand yet on Thursday, April 2nd, please bring the ballot and place it in the drop box at City Hall. We are advising this because your ballot must be received by 8 p.m. on Tuesday, April 7th, in order to be counted. If it is received after that time, it will not be counted. Next, I want to talk about how we'll be conducting curbside voting. We will have the space from Pine Street up to the door of City Hall where vehicles can pull up and they'll give 2 taps of the horn. At that point, election workers, 2 of them, will come out and go to the driver's side door. They will need to see the photo ID and verify voter registration. Once they have verified voter registration, they will need to go back in and obtain the correct ballot. They will return with the ballot, the voter will mark the ballot, and then we will return, the election workers will return with the ballot inside the building. Again, this space will be for curbside voting. If we do have a backup, please be patient, as we'll only be able to take care of 1 vehicle at a time. Next, I'm going to talk about how we'll be conducting voting inside the building. We will have cones placed like this that will indicate 6-foot intervals. So please be respectful of everyone's space and try to keep your distance. We have this cone here so that you'll be able to see the first cone inside the building. Once there is nobody standing at that cone, you'll be able to enter the building. When you come into the building, you'll come to the first station. At this point, I will need to state my name and address. Scott Kluver, 123 Main Street. You state your address, and the election worker will seek to see if I'm on the voter registration list, and I will also need to show my photo ID. The election worker will not need to touch my photo ID, but I must show it so that they can see it.
Very good. You have Ward 1.
The election worker will give me a slip of paper, and I will be able to obtain a pen to go to my next station. If, however, I was not registered, I will need to proceed behind the election worker to another station which will be established here, where I will need to be able to complete the registration process. On this video, or in a subsequent link, we will post the information that is acceptable to provide proof of voter registration. In addition, for the photo identification portion, the address does not need to be correct for proof of photo ID. However, for registration, we will need to have an acceptable proof of residence. Once the registration process is complete, I would be able to re-enter the line and proceed to the next station. At this point, I will need to show my photo ID again, so keep it out. And again, the election worker will not need to touch it, but I'll need to show it.
And your name and address?
Scott Kluver, 123 Main Street.
Okay.
At this point, I will need to sign the poll book with my pen, and I will keep my piece of paper, and the election worker will give me my ballot.
If you would like a sleeve for privacy, to please take a sleeve.
So, in this case, I will take a sleeve for privacy. I will then proceed to an open polling booth. I will mark my ballot, place it inside the sleeve. Note on the ballot, we have the presidential preference where you must choose either the Democrat or Republican Party and then vote within that party. The rest of the races, judicial, county, mayor, councilperson, and school district, are all nonpartisan. Vote for the number of people as instructed. There is also the constitutional referendum on the ballot. Once I've completed my ballot, take it over to the tabulating machine. I will insert my ballot into the tabulator. Please stay until the machine completely accepts your ballot. At that point, we'll have a place where I can dispose of my secrecy sleeve, my number, and I can also dispose of the pen. Voters are welcome to bring their own pen if they prefer. It must be a black ballpoint pen. Any pens that we reuse will be sanitized before reuse. At that point, I would be able to exit the building through the side door. For this election, we will not be distributing I voted stickers, but you'll have the satisfaction that you have participated in the democratic process. We wish you all well, stay healthy. Thank you for your attention.